Let's address the beholder in the room. One of the most recognized monsters in D&D. If you've heard of one, you could probably describe one. At 5 to 6 foot in diameter with a gaping maw, single large center eye and normally 10 eye stalks protruding from the main body of this aberration. Upon a quick visual glance, there isn't much you can mistake it for. Beholders have stone-like skin, durable and inflexible, which is fine, but these guys just float wherever they need to go. The eye stalks, however, are flexible tentacles and give the creature 360 degrees of dark vision, so there will be no sneaking around these boys. Averaging 56 long, sharp teeth designed for ripping and tearing, the smile of this beast is truly terrifying to the lone adventurer. While beholders need typically 10 pounds of food and 2 gallons of fluids a day, they can survive without for up to 20 days before starving or dying of thirst. The true scary part of a beholder is its eyes, however. While all the eyes on a beholder are capable of incredible sight, being able to count the legs on an insect from over 100 feet away, and having the ability of dark vision, the irises are a conduit of magical energy. The central eye emits a continuous anti-magic field, while the field is reduced if the beholder is squinting. The only way to stop the field from being produced is to fully close the central eyelid, or make the eye completely useless via disease or damage. Beholders gather the energy to use their eye magic by observing magical items and effects. If a beholder hasn't been able to do so in some time, it will tend to get very irritable, and that is why they seek out magical locations and hoard magical items. Beholders live around 130 years, though one is considered an adult at just the age of 2 and reach full maturity at 19. From that point, a beholder will age, and as it gets older, become more frail and less powerful. Beholders give birth in a very strange way. Before 40, the sweet spot's around 30 years old, a beholder will start to develop a womb sac under their tongue. At this time, they will begin to experience extreme paranoia and hide themselves away in their lairs. They would consume about 3 to 4 times the amount of food that they normally would, because at around 4 months of having the womb sac, it swells too large for them to do anything else with their mouths. At 6 months, the beholder gives birth by unhinging its jaw, spitting the womb sac up and biting it off. That's just gross. The litter of up to 12 beholders would have to chew their way out of the regurgitated womb sac. The newborns have the ability to levitate, possess strong racial memories, and have the ability to speak, word I cannot say but I'll give it a go, Quivkel. It's on the screen, you give it a go. The parent would then choose one and only one of its young that most looked like itself and either eat or reject the others. That's a brutal way to pick favorites. When the child becomes an adult, the parent beholder rejects it and leaves it to become independent. Beholders are violent and greedy and tend to attack anything that is not themselves. Each different type of beholder believes itself to be the principal bodily perfection and views other beholders which differ from themselves in even the slightest of ways as loathsome enemies and inferiors. Beholders themselves aren't very strong, but are inherently magical creatures. They try to finish combat as quickly as possible, unleashing terrifying abilities all at once. A beholder attacks randomly with each of its 10 eyes, which have the following effects: a charm ray, paralyzing ray, fear ray, slowing ray, sleep ray, disintegration ray, death ray, petrification ray, telekinetic ray, and enervation ray. The last does necrotic damage, and if you don't know, petrification is what turns to stone. It's how Medusa works. However, being random, if you fight one of these, you don't know if you're gonna fall in love with it or turn to dust. A final note about the beholder. The iris of a beholder can take any shape the beholder wishes.